A warm welcome to the students of Narayana. This is Radhakrishna standing in front of you. Today we are going to discuss about the physics assignment of class 7th. The concept is motion and time. Now let us see the assignment. The first question is, a train travels at a speed of 180 km per hour. How far will it travel in 4 hours? How far will it travel in 4 hours? See the solution of this question. See the solution of this question. A train travels with a speed is equals to the given as speed of a train will be given as 180 km per hour. Speed of the train will be given as 180 km per hour and travels in a time t is equals to 4 hours. And he asked how far will it travel. How far means he asked the distance. Distance is equals to question mark. Distance is equals to question mark. And already you know that speed is equals to distance by time taken. You see that speed is equals to distance by time taken. And from this equation, let us see distance is equals to speed into time. Distance is equals to speed into time. So that distance is equals to what is the formula? Speed into time. Then substitute the values of speed and time like here. Speed they given as 180 km per hour and the time will be given as 4 hours. 180 into 4, that is equals to 4 into 0, 0 and 4 8s are 32 and 4 1s are 4, 4 plus 3 7, 720. 720 distance is nothing but kilometers and distance travelled by the car is 720 kilometers. The distance travelled by the car is 720 kilometers. That is about first question. That is about first question. Now let us see the second question. Define uniform and non-uniform motion. Now let us see the uniform motion. A body travels equal distances in equal intervals of time. A body travels equal distances in equal intervals of time. Then the body travels with a uniform motion. The example for the uniform motion is let us see all the planets revolves around the sun in a circular orbits. That is the best example for the uniform motion. Now let us see the non-uniform motion. A body covers unequal distances in equal intervals of time. A body covers unequal distances in equal intervals of time or equal distances in unequal intervals of time. Then the body travels with a non-uniform motion. Then the body travels with non-uniform motion. The example with non-uniform motion is motion of vehicles on a road. Motion of vehicles on a road is the best example for the motion of vehicles on a road. Is the best example for the non-uniform motion, means it covers unequal distances in equal intervals of time. And the example for the uniform motion is all the planets revolves around the sun in a circular orbit is the best example for the uniform motion because it occupies equal distances in equal intervals of time. Now let us see the third question, that is write the motion of a different parts of a bicycle while it is in motion. The wheel, the first one is nothing but wheel. Wheel exhibiting which type of motion? Wheel exhibiting both translatory and rotatory motions. Wheel exhibiting both translatory and rotatory motion. Now let us see the second one, the bicycle chain. The second one is nothing but bicycle chain. And bicycle chain will exhibit only rotatory motion. The bicycle chain only exhibiting the rotatory motion. Now let us see the third one, that is nothing but the pedal with arm. The pedal with arm. Third one is nothing but the pedal with arm. The pedal with arm will exhibit only the rotatory motion. The pedal with arm will exhibit only the rotatory motion. Now see the last one, the movement of the rider along with the bicycle. The movement of a rider along with the bicycle only exhibiting the translatory motion. This one is exhibiting only translatory motion. So that is our main question. Okay, and write the motion of different parts of a bicycle, which whether if it is in motion. The wheel exhibiting the translatory and rotatory motion, and the bicycle chain will exhibiting the rotatory motion. The pedal with its arm will exhibiting the rotatory motion, and movement of a rider along with its bicycle exhibiting the translatory motion. Now let us see the fourth question. Okay, Raju, Anjali, Ram and Nihal participated in a 100-meter running race. They took 20 seconds, 22 seconds, 25 seconds and 28 seconds respectively to reach the finishing the line. Why do you think they ran the fastest and whose running is slowest? Why? That is the question. Now let us see. Raju, Anjali, Ram and Nihal, the all are covers the equal distance. All will cover the equal distance of 100 meters. All the participants will cover the equal distance of 100 meters in unequal intervals of time. They travel the equal distance in unequal intervals of time. Means Raju covers a 100 meters. Raju covers a distance of 100 meters in the time of 20 seconds. And the second one, Anjali covers 100 meters in how much time? 22 seconds. 22 seconds. Next, Ram covers 100 meters. Ram covers 100 meters in again 25 seconds. 25 seconds. And also last one, Nihal exhibiting the 100 meters distance. Nihal travels 100 meters distance in how much seconds? 28 seconds. Means here, let us see, distance traveled by the four persons will be same in unequal intervals of time. But the Raju travels a 100 meters distance in a shorter interval of time. The Raju exhibiting the 100 meters distance in shorter interval of time. So that who ran very fast means the Raju will run very fast and Nihal will run very slow. The Nihal will run very slow because the time taken to travel is more for Nihal and the time taken to travel the Raju is very less. So that less time means less time means the Raju will cover, the Raju will move very fast and at the same time the Nihal will move very slow. Okay, and the main concept is nothing but distance is equals to speed into time. Otherwise, speed is equals to distance is equals to speed into time, and speed is equals to what is the formula? Distance by time taken. Speed is equals to distance by time taken. Means okay, speed is equals to distance by time taken. From this formula, less time means it covers distance is same and speed is inversely proportional to time. So that the Raju covers a less time. In the short interval of time, he covers 100 meters. So that he moves very fast and similarly Nihal will move very slow. Now let us see the next question. Okay, explain rotatory motion by taking the blades of a fan moving as an example. Let us see. These are nothing but blades of a fan. First blade, second blade and third blade. Okay, and this is nothing but the center of the fan. Center of the fan. Okay, now let us see. Explain rotatory motion by taking the blades of a fan moving as an example. Moving as an example. Now let us see. The blades of a fan is rotating in a circular path. The blades of a fan is rotating in a circular path. This is the first position of a blade, second position of a blade, and this is nothing but a third position of a blade. Third position of a blade. See, mark some points on a blade. A, B, C. When the blades of a fan is rotating, the blades of a fan is rotating. I mean, the blades of a fan is rotating in a circular path. The blades of a fan is rotating in a circular path, but the center will be fixed. The center of the fan will be fixed. See here, mark some points on a fan or mark some points on a blade of a fan. See, the blades are rotating means the points will also rotating. The points means that B is also rotating like this. The B is also rotating here. The B is also rotating here like this. Okay, the C is also rotating like this, and the point A is also rotating in a circular path like this. The line or axis means the fan is rotating about a fixed axis. The fan is rotating about a fixed axis. This line of axis of rotation is called a rotatory motion. The line of axis of rotation is called a rotatory motion. Means a particle is rotating in a circular path about a fixed axis is called rotatory motion. All the particles of a fan is rotating in a circular path about a fixed point is called a rotatory motion. Thank you.